My dear child, it is quite simple really when you place your attention on the present moment. Give all of your energy to what you are currently experiencing and surrender to the unknown future. You will realize one simple truth: everything happens as it should, so let go of what you think should have happened. Remove your energetic clinginess to what you want to experience and be brave enough to wonder what lives beneath and what you think should unfold. The magic only happens when things go better than what we could have ever imagined. Be present and patient enough to experience that magic. My child, know that. The thing is, we don't know what is waiting for us tomorrow. All we have and all we know is right now. So please don't waste your energy on staying angry, thinking you are not worth it, or living in the past or the future. Love yourself, your friends, and your family with all of your heart right now. Have a fun and don't postpone your life for tomorrow. Live it today. And most importantly, don't worry about what other people think of you or your journey. They have no clue, so enjoy it with the ones who truly matter. My child, know that. Let go of your expectations of how your dreams will come true. Trust that heaven has a perfect plan. You are trying too hard to dictate the process and the outcome of how your life unfolds. Stop trying to micromanage everything and instead have a faith that your angels have the situation under control. Easy into a place of peaceful understanding that you are divinely loved and everything is going to be all alright. Dear one, you need to calm down. I assure you that we in heaven do know what your dreams are, and we also want you to be happy in all ways. Trust your guardian angels, the other archangels, and me to bring you a joyful and perfect outcome. Even if it's a little different from what you had envisioned. My child, know that. Sometimes I will lead you through some circumstances in order to teach you and make you realize. When you worry how much more faith you needed in me before Peter walked on the water, I know that when he heard the sound of the storms, he would lose his faith and wouldn't fall. Still, I made him walk in order to teach him and also make him realize how much more faith he needed. In the same way, I will also lead you through certain situations in order to teach you and make you realize how much more faith you need when you worry. For everything, I have a plan. Have a faith in me. My child, know that things can happen in this life that don't make sense. You might even ask yourself how certain things could happen to someone like you. As you navigate your way through life, it becomes clear that nothing is out of the realm of possibilities. While you can't control what life throws at you, you can control how you rebuild and rise above from the moments that turn your world upside down. There is good and bad in life, and you can't let the bad hold power over the good. You are blessed in more ways than you might realize right now, and this is not the end of the road for you. There will be many more loves and many more moments of pure joy surrounded by the people who love you. Sometimes you need to push through the tough times to truly appreciate the good ones. Your heart may be in pieces, but this feeling will not last. Your heart will begin to heal again in good time. But for now, it's time to be strong. It's time to accept, and it's time to feel, and it's time to mend. My child, know that it's easy to miss the blessings in the moments of our daily lives. Often we are trying to do too much, rushing through the day, worried, distracted, and absorbing conflict. In fact, a research study found that 77% of us are regularly overstressed and suffering physically as a result. Another study found that 30% of us experience an anxiety disorder at some point in our lives. If you are in a hurry or too busy, you lose margin. Work events, rents, and expectations from people get stacked on top of each other until you are running breathlessly from one thing to the next. As Dallas Willard famously taught, you have to ruthlessly eliminate hurry to grow spiritually and grow in your experience of God's joy. Pausing to be prayerful slows you down. It helps you learn to be emotionally present to the God who is always available to love you and guide you. By taking a holy pause to breathe, meditate, or pray, you can unclutter the nooks and crannies of your daily life. Then you can fill this space with an appreciation of God's presence and a readiness to join with what the Spirit of Jesus is doing. So, my child, know that. Close your eyes and think about the last time something really good happened for you. Think about how excited you were, that genuine smile on your face. Where you were at the time, put yourself back in that moment and feel the feeling. Let it seep into every cell in your body and every thought in your mind. Take a few deep breaths there. Smile just as you did when it happened. Let's activate the energy of winning. Let's keep our gates open for new miracles. The magic around you wants to be attracted through you. Let it. My child, know that you are worthy of good things. It is interesting how we don't question the bad things that happen to us. We have come to expect tribulation and trouble. We do our best to prepare ourselves and don't give a second thought as to why it should be there. However, with good things, we became relentless with our interrogation and we pause in disbelief and decide. From that place to prepare for the other shoe to drop. It's time to interrupt that cycle. Let yourself feel the fullness of joy. Smile and celebrate your victories. If the trouble is yours, the good things are yours too. My child, know that. Close your eyes and think about the last time something really good happened for you. Think about how excited you were, that genuine smile on your face, where you were at the time. Put yourself back in that moment and feel the feeling. Let it seep into every cell in your body and every thought in your mind. Take a few deep breaths there. Smile just as you did when it happened. Let's activate the energy of winning. Let's keep our gates open for new miracles. The magic around you wants to be attracted through you and let it. My child, know that every day you are alive, you are given two things, choices and time. Take control of how you use your choices by spending your time and appreciating your life. You can decide to be happy with what you have accomplished or choose to focus on what you have yet to achieve. Find your joy by concentrating on how you want to feel as you build your amazing life. My child, know that if something seems off about a person, please don't ignore it. Your instincts or gut feelings are your guardian angels looking out for you. They will tell you something is wrong sometimes before you realize it yourself. People lie, but your gut does not. Predators can be charming and often know the right things to say and do to get you to like them. It takes time to really get to know a person, and since they are on their best behavior in the beginning of relationships. Sometimes it is hard to tell the type of person you are dealing with on the surface, and upon first reflection, everything may seem fine. Your intuition looks deeper into the energy of the person, their spirit, as opposed to just the image they portray. People can portray any image they want, but they can't change the essence of who they are. My child, know that closed doors, missed opportunities, twists, turns, detours, and different paths. Perhaps none of them were actually things falling apart, but things coming together. Maybe they were not a fork in the road, but a course correction. Maybe all of it was protecting you from what was not meant for you. Even though you did not understand it at the time or in the moment, it was all guiding you to where you are truly meant to be. My child, know that connections are felt with people, with strangers in the most unexpected situations. Don't ignore these feelings when they occur, and don't convince yourself that there is nothing extraordinary about such a moment, because there is. So many people cross our paths every single day, and if you experience something that tells you that some person from that crowd is meant for you, and act on it. Do something about it instead of letting them pass. And it is scary to take a chance like that and allow your heart to guide you recklessly, but do it. Chase the people you are drawn to. Tell them what you felt and ask them if they felt it too. Be spontaneous in the way you approach life, and be open to discovering new connections in places you never imagined to find them. My child, know that you are restless because you are allowing your thoughts to take over your mind. You are overthinking every situation, and it's driving you crazy because you are trying to find answers to things that are out of your control. You are hurting yourself by not letting your mind rest. Take a step back and let yourself breathe. Take in what has happened, accept that you can't change the outcome, and believe that better things are coming. Find peace in the chaos. My child, know that to lose God means to let the mind wander away from Him, and to be with Him means to unite the mind with Him. The easy way to unite the mind with God is to learn to see everything in its connection with Him. For example, let us say that someone hurt us. It is the nature of the mind to develop sentiments of resentment, hatred, and etc. towards anyone who harms us. However, if we permit that to happen, then our mind comes away from the divine realm, and the devotional union of our mind with God ceases. Instead, if we see the Supreme Lord seated in that person, we will think, God is testing me through this person. He wants me to increase the virtue of tolerance, and that is why He is inspiring this person to behave badly with me. But I will not permit the incident to disturb me. Thinking in this way, we will be able to prevent the mind from becoming a victim of negative sentiments. So therefore, if we truly begin to think that the whole world comprises God in our chosen form, there will never be a single moment that we are far from God. Therefore, God says that first we should try to see everything in God and God in everything. God could be the form of Jesus, it could be any other dirty that we feel an affinity towards. It could also be our guru. No matter what form we choose, we should be able to view the form of God is the highest. So, therefore, if we truly begin to think that the whole world comprises God in our chosen form, there will never be a single moment where we are far from God. My child, know that. I think it's beautiful the way you show up in this world, unguarded and willing to try again, despite all of the ways it has tried to defeat you. I think it's beautiful the way you tuck courage into yourself each morning, the way you refuse to be anything but hopeful in this world. Despite the inner battles you fight, despite the struggles you have experienced for so long, I think it's beautiful the way you twist your losses into lessons. The way you fight even when you feel weak, you are not weak. There is a resounding level of courage to be found in being the person who continues to heal even when it hurts. So, my child, know that. You start feeling lonely when you are alone because you start feeling the absence of the ego. The ego can only stay present when others recognize it and acknowledge it. Others are like a mirror for the ego. The presence of others make you feel that you are whole, but when there is no one to acknowledge the ego, you start experiencing loneliness. When you extract energy from other people's approval of you, you are feeling of a very low vibrational energy. Knowing yourself beyond the ego help you realize that your higher self does not need anything externally to sustain itself. It is already free to merge with your higher self. You gotta embrace the absence of the ego. Its absence, you get a glimpse of pure consciousness. You are free. You are going to reach your full potential. A world of limitless possibilities lay ahead of you. Focus on the good energy in every situation. Choose growth over fear. You will be delivered exactly where you need to be. God and Source is watching out for you. Now, time for today's magical prayer. Lord, I am not running. I am not turning my back to search my past when I know you have the plans for my future. I am not walking away from the fight. If there is no fight, there can be no victory. I can do hard things with your strength. I can do all things. I will not lose faith because of what my eyes see. I will not shy away from the battle. I am ready for this. You have prepared me well. You go before me, and I will by any means necessary always follow you. With time, I now understand. I know that what is meant for me will not pass me by. I know that there is no such thing as perfect timing. Only here and right now, I know that I must let go of what is not for me or mean to stay in my life. Know that I am not in control of everything, and that is okay. I know that I must trust the timing of my life and how everything is to unfold. I know I should not and cannot control my emotions because they are love letters from my heart. I know that part of being human is messy, and it's what makes me alive so divine. Dear God, and as for me, as the clock strikes midnight and one year gives way to another, I will keep my feet on the ground and my eyes towards the sky, and will place my hand on my beating heart, and I will breathe, and it will be a new year, but there will be no new me. No list of ideals that I wish I could be. It took a long time to get here, to learn how to love myself in this skin. And as I peel back the layers of everything I am not, I realize that I like the person I am, me, just me. Imperfect and flawed, but beautiful and worthy of my own love. And I will honor the journey that has brought me here today. I will find peace in my own being. I will not spend my entire life chasing my worthiness like it's always just out of reach. Because I know I can find it here, right here in my body and in my breath. And as a new year comes, I have no grand resolutions, no bold proclamations about who I will become. No, all I have is this one scared promise that no matter where this path takes me, I will never again withhold from myself my whole and complete love. Dear God, all the people I meet and have met, I feel are the feathers on my wings. If I lose a few feathers, I find other shades of feathers. These feathers on my wings feel like the people in my life. When I fly high and spread my wings, some people give me strength. But there is also times when I have lost people and I was left with broken wings. I lost the ability to take off again. Some feathers add beauty to my journey, and others still my spirit to fly again. Nowadays I am trying to fly high, so I have to let go of the feathers that can't keep up my pace. They can either fly with me or fall off to the ground. Cause I have realized it's my journey and feathers are only a part. When I would stop, I would only think of the miles I have covered. My dear child, know that a little practice will convince us that we can, by controlling our imagination, reshape our future in harmony with our desire. Desire is the mainspring of action. We could not move a single finger unless we had a desire to move it. No matter what we do, we follow the desire which at the moment dominates our minds. And when we break a habit, our desire to break, and it is greater than our desire to continue in the habit. You don't run after things, people, and places which and who this shows you. Tethering you being with such momentary people and places in the form of hope affects you heavily. Somewhere it draws you to a point where you go around door to door, seeking pleasure out of others' reassurances. The habit of validating your being with outside world's opinion is as hazardous as keeping a wound open for hours that lets it get more infectious. Hoping for good is not the last you should be doing, whilst you are in the mid of a troubling journey. The problem with dragging things vigorously which you don't absolutely have any control on vanishes your peace and make your life look absurd. It has been said somewhere that whenever props falls upon you and you have now here to go, no one to rely upon and nothing to do with it. You just leave it there, and trying to fix things up is not always the sole key to it. Happily leaving the problems as they are and letting that go away from your mind for a day can actually make things better for tomorrow. Brooding over happenings, worrying relentlessly sometimes adds to the complexity of problems unknowingly. Gather courage to provide acceptance to mishappenings too. Acceptance is not just meant for good things, they are the easiest to accept. The test lies in the acceptance of turmoils. Life at once will seem to you an exact clone of paracosm right after. It will be a scenario of reality hitting you hard. Get yourself some sample amount of courage to stand there unmoved before you make a move to mark your beginning out of the bubble wrap. Even though the easiest it is not, however, it can be won and wrapped up the battle of life. At the end of it, all the ruin lies a mesmerizing message. A message of hope, a message that links ahead to beautiful and brighter hours. Unheard weddings will finally culminate into better versions of nights. And this time nights will be accompanied by melancholies instead of painful screeches. So my child, know that one day when you have survived it all, life will hold your hand and walk you down the memory lane to the love that broke your heart. The love that made several promises only to leave, keeping none. The love that shook your belief in destiny and shattered your faith in happiness. The love that filled your heart and then consumed you whole. The love they felt too precious to lose and too fragile to stay. The love that gave you answers only to leave you with more questions. The love that gave you all your first and almost took away all your last. The love that touched your heart and dirtied your soul. The love that made you feel worthy and unworthy, wanted and forgotten, chosen and unchosen all at the same time. The love that promised eternity and excited before dawn. The love that broke your heart, and when you turned to leave that land, you will live with pride, you will live with gratitude, and you will live with courage, because that day you will understand exactly why that love decided to find you only to break your heart so life could hold you hand, walk you down the memory lane and show you just how badly the love that broke your heart failed at breaking your spirit. And in that moment, as you sleep next to the love of your life, you will learn that one can never recognize the love they deserve unless they fall into the kind that does not deserve them. My child, know that when the love is new, it feels like an early winter wind. It gives you chills, but at the same time, it is also pleasant. We are always eager to move forward with our love, like how we want to go home and get inside our blankets. But the winter has just started, like our love. So we neither need the blanket nor have to be in a rush to go home with them. It's the moment we walk in the park holding their hand and feel that wind. And when it gets too cold, we would know it's time to go home. My child, know that. Don't just be in the room, be present. Crave out space in your life, specifically meant for them. Ask about their lives, their interests, their hobbies, even when none of them align with your own. Keep the promises you make as often as you are able. Make eye contact with them when they are talking to you. Put the phone down, even if you can't talk, and listen at the same time. Support them when they ask for help, especially when doing so is hard for them. So pay attention to the things they love. The things they talk about constantly and the things that ignite their passion. Encourage them to share with you, even if they try to say it is unimportant. Tell them their feelings matter, that they are valid. Be honest with them, but do so kindly. Learn the difference between what someone needs and what you need, and they are not often the same thing. Reach out to them when you have not spoken in a while and ask them how their day is, and then ask how they are. The answer may be more different they realize, and give them specific compliments. Like about their sense of style or the way they care for people. Remind them that they are safe with you. Remember their birthday, their zodiac sign, and their love languages. Give your platonic relationships the same attention you give your romantic ones. Make actual plans with them and then follow through. Tell them when something reminds you of them. Even if it's small, don't be afraid to tell them that your life and your world. My child, know that we watch love movies and fall for the deep stories because of the way it makes us feel. The beauty in being able to feel anything that deeply, we yearn for it, we look for it, and we hope and pray for it. There is a reason people want, a reason when it does not work out, we edge at the loss so badly. There is of what it is we once had, We hold on to hope mixed with fear that we will find it again. We hold on to hope mixed with fear that when we do, it does not become lost one more. There is a reason people fight so hard because when someone makes us feel that certain way, the way fictional love stories and movies do, only it is in real life. And it gives us something and someone to believe in greater than ourselves. And there is nothing greater the kind of person who provokes such deep feelings than that because love is life's greatest gift. So, my child, know that they know you deserve more, and if you find it, you will move on. So they keep you hanging on by a thread, hoping you will keep holding on to them. They keep breaking promises and act like they care until and they feel they are about to lose you. They manipulate you into believing that you need them, but they need you to fuel their fire. The moment you decide to let go will be the moment they lose control over you, and only you have the power to stop the madness. Repeat after me. Affirmations. I choose to see the wholeness of who I am. I am proud of how much I have grown, and I am dedicated to evolving even further. I am not focused on the pace I pursue my peace, but I am encouraged by my progress. I am doing a great job with my happiness and well-being. I will keep being kind and patient with myself, and as I continue to go after what I desire. I am tremendously blessed. My heart is glowing with ethereal light. I am at the center of a miracle. Every inch of my soul is being transformed at this very moment. My feet are headed in the direction of my dreams, and I am following a divine and abundant path. I have reached an entirely new level of inner peace. My spirit is blossoming, my energy is beyond powerful. I will always attract the best of what life has to offer me. I am ready. Another opening has presented itself for me to smoothly transition from this chapter to the next. I am hopeful and excited for the road that is ahead of me. My heart and mind are finally working together as a team. I am aligned mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and I am always making the right choices and honoring the gift of my intuition. Signs from the universe follow me everywhere I go, guiding me towards my higher self, and I am divinely and abundantly blessed. Yes, I go guiding me towards my higher self, and I am divinely and abundantly blessed. Affirm 3 times and type yes if you believe it, and type amen if you have faith and trust in God.